sorted as soon as possible. But do you mean Pat? I think Pash will be fine.
Yep. Another team within our conference, as Graham likes to talk about conferences, the Russian Revolution in Edinburgh, and getting the links up with AK Bar's Academy and Kristich and all his friends doing their best pulling the stops out for Edinburgh. All the university places have got. Is this how can you put it? Is it a false dawn, or is it something to be optimistic about if you're an Edinburgh fan, Graham?
Red Dawn, I don't know. It could be anything. It looks quite exciting, I have to say. I mean, you know, Kristich's credentials look great, and that in itself is an exciting development. I don't know, the AK Bar's Academy tie-in, that could be anything. But on the basis of the initial PR, yeah, it sounds quite exciting. And if they get any kind of input from the AK Bar side of things, and that's fine. I think it's already been alluded to that if anything will be very limited, but you know, these sorts of tie-ins don't do any harm. It's some decent PR. If there is any form of input into a club like the Caps, who do struggle with, you know, on the financial side and various other aspects, then I think that's good. And I think to have that level of interest and, dare I even say, excitement about the Caps is no bad thing. And I'm sure I'm one of many people who's interested to see what this thing's actually going to look like. What is their final roster going to look like? You know, the budget. I mean, I don't know. You'd imagine they'd probably spend quite a lot of their budget in Kristich alone. So, you know, have they got some additional funds in? It has been suggested elsewhere that they have some Russian investors. So, yeah, it could be Gazprom. They could be the richest team in the league, and we don't even know it yet. So, but yeah, it's just going to be fascinating to see what happens. And, you know, if it means a real boost for the Caps, then fair play. Great. There's not a lot they can do about Murrayfield. We don't need to go through all that again. But, you know, if they've got a good team on the ice with a half-decent budget, then, yeah, and Kristich lives up to his promise, then I think this could be really exciting stuff over in the East.
Okay. Before we get on to talking about some of the players that have come and gone, we'll have a chance to play the interview that Graham and Stephen conducted with Clan assistant coach Brendan Brooks just yesterday.
Steve and I are joined by a familiar voice and a familiar name to every Clan fan, I would imagine. Brendan Brooks, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Obviously, you when it was announced that you were rejoining the Clan, there was a big outpouring of I think it's fair to say positive feeling from the Clan fan base, and obviously I think most of us would have heard your interview at the time. We're a little bit further down the line now. How you still feel as enthused about coming back to the Clan?
Oh yeah, of course. You know, I really liked it there the first time I was there, so I'm extremely happy to be coming back.
And how's your summer been so far? Obviously, you're over the pond at the moment. What you up to? And other than sending us photographs of fabulous gym settings, how else is your summer going?
Yeah, it's going good. You know, just training and getting ready because you know, I'm still a player and got to stay in shape. And I'm really excited about this season.
And when is it you're actually coming back to Scotland?
I'll be there probably the second week of August.
Right. Okay. As far as obviously John Tripp was announced as the coach, you know Tripper of old through your German experience, yeah?
Yeah, I know him as a player from playing against him, and you know, he was always tough to play against, and I think he's going to be a great fit for the team.
And what sort of level of contact have you had with him over the summer so far?
Quite a bit, yeah. We you know, we have to talk on the phone a fair amount about different players and stuff like that. So you know, when there's something he needs to know what's going on in the UK or about somebody who's played in the UK, you know, he seems to give me a call and looks for my input.
We've had a few questions, obviously, from podcast listeners, and needless to say, the majority of them have been about the subject of recruitment. I'll just quickly summarise. Yeah. I'll just quickly summarise and name drop a few of them. We've had Section N drummer at Rusty 9. Does he ever dream of a team of Brendan Brooks? I think he means, are you lying awake at night, dreaming of Brendan Brooks 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
The goaltending would be pretty weak.
We'll come back to the goaltending shortly. We've got Connoraya at Connoraya. We only dreamt of a team of Brendan Brooks, so can we please make sure it's not a reality sometime soon? As you can see, a little bit of concern creeping in. We've had David Durham at David Durham 2709. How much input have you had in this season's recruitment? Karen at Stargirl 1321. How does he feel recruitment is coming along so far? Is he worried about having everyone in on time? And by the way, welcome home, Brooksy. We've had Ian M at Hale X2. How much, if any, input do you have in recruitment and contacts? Or is your role more in coaching and drills and smashing Fife as and when required? Again, we'll come back to that. And Eat Sleep UK Ice Hockey at ES_UK Ice Hockey. How has he found the recruitment process this summer? Great to have Brooksy back. So yeah, in summary, what is your input into the recruitment side of things, Brooksy? And without giving too much away.
I think I know John. He has a certain team in mind that he wants, and there's so many players, and you want to make sure that he gets the right guys to put the team in that's going to make a difference. I know the season last year in Braehead wasn't what they were looking for, and I think with John coming in with his work ethic and what he'll demand from the guys, you got to make sure you get the right guys, and I think that's very important. I know there's some offers out there that he's got, and you're just waiting back on those. But there's never a rush. You don't want to rush to put a team together. You want to make sure you get the right guys.
And RC McD actually asked a question, which is, what does he consider, or what do you consider to be the team's goals they should be looking to achieve this season? P.S. Welcome back. But I mean, it was a question that I think obviously a lot of people are thinking right now is what in your opinion is realistic for the Clan for this season?
Well, I think you always want to win everything, going into a season. But that's something that we'll look forward to once we get everybody in, and once the team is fully done, then you can make that decision on what are our goals. But obviously, going into the season, your goal is always to do the best and win everything. That's the only way it should be. But I think there's other ways the seasons can be successful, and I know John and Gareth are working really hard right now to put together a team that's going to compete every night and be a hard-working, exciting team for the fans to see.
How was your move back to Braehead? How did it come about? Because obviously when we were at Ross's house one time recording a podcast, you said you wanted to get back into coaching, and it was something you were open to. So was it you that approached the Clan, or did Gareth come to you, or how did that come about?
It was I had called originally Gareth just to see if there was interest, and I know he knew that I was wanting to get in the coaching side of things, and I think we kind of put two and two together that maybe this would be a great opportunity, and not saying I had actually the similar offers from a couple other teams. I won't mention them, but some similar offers as a player assistant coach.
That's so I was just going to say that's relevant to a question that Scott Devon had sent in. So he had asked who in person asked you back at Clan, did you have any other teams offering you a contract? So you've answered that.
Yeah, because when we spoke to you before, GB, I think you said that there was a couple offers out there for different teams and you're considering your options, but when Clan came forward, was it a case of it being a no-brainer that was the team you wanted to sign for, or was there a bit of interest?
Yeah, I think my time there with Braehead was it was really good. It was a little disappointing that we came up just a little short on winning the big thing, the big league there, which I think we could have done, without a couple injuries. But I think the city, the fans, and everything, it was it made it a lot easier to come back.
and Tim Hortons is open now. Was that a factor in it, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. Just makes things even better.
We're going to have 3 Tim Hortons open in and around the Glasgow area, but unfortunately not one at Braehead that we know of yet. But I'm sure it's only a matter. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. I need to.
Oh, exactly.
Well-known Fife fan Laura Duff at hockey_Laura. You've probably heard from Laura in the past. She says, she says, serious question. What do you think Fife need to do off ice to increase their professionalism to make it sure they're suitable for players? Now, I don't. Obviously, that's a bit of a contentious one, but your observations of Fife. Your experience there?
You know what? My time there, it was good. It was, I think the team we had was better than the way this season had finished. The support there it's similar to Braehead. They're very loyal fans and a little wild, but on the other side, it's a small team. It's a small organization, and it's tough. They to pinpoint what needs to change. There's a few things that need to change, but I'm sure that's the way it is on a lot of the teams over here. To get to that next level of professionalism, like in Germany and Switzerland and stuff. It's kind of getting there, but it has quite a bit ways to go. But I think each team is doing what it can to move up to that level.
Okay, and coming back to the Clan, obviously we've got another break yet again with Disney on Ice, or I think it's called something else now, coming up for just after the start of the season. So we're going to have an extended break again shortly after the season's start, an extended home break that is. How much, or if at all, does that affect the preparation for the season? Obviously you have to have everybody in place, but does it affect your thinking about the start of the season?
Well, no, it actually can be an advantage if, things go the way we will expect them to go. When you start on the road and you're playing so much on the road, and if you get some big wins on the road, it makes it even easier to come back home. And, the excitement of having a great start with some of these road games, it's huge, because then you're going to have a nice little extra homestand near the end. So, it can be an advantage. It also can be a disadvantage. But I think with the team that we're going to end up having on the team, it's not going to matter where we're playing. Guys are going to be showing up to play every night.
Okay, also Brian McCamick had sent in the question about Disney affecting the start of the season, so hopefully that answers your question, Brian. Kim Thompson at FBR_UK. Woo, no question, I'm just really excited. So there you go. I think that's how a lot of Clan fans are feeling right now.
Yeah, that was my easiest answer.
Obviously, Ryan Finnerty has been the head coach of the Clan for 4 years. You obviously were with Ryan for a year at the Clan. The thinking about, obviously, a brand new coach having what seems to be pretty much a clean slate of imports for this coming season. Are we going to be a surprise package in that respect compared to some other teams?
Yeah, I think we're going to put together a team that's going to hopefully do better than we've done in the past. And I know Ryan, he's putting a team together. They've got more guys signed already, but that doesn't change anything. I think, like I said, we're really taking the time, and I know John and Gareth are doing everything they can to make sure we have the right guys. They're doing their homework, and you just don't want to rush a team together. And I think I know Ryan has taken a few guys that he had last year, and that's fine. And I think, with the way the season was last year, it was kind of disappointing. So I think with these changes, I think it's going to come a positive.
Obviously, you're on social media. You were maybe not as prolific on it as you used to be with the kids that are here now and things like that. But have you seen the concerns of some of the fans in regards to what they perceive to be a lack of signings? And do you think that they're they're fine thinking, they're right to think that, or what's your taking it from a coaching side?
Not at all. Right now, it's just, some of the signings just haven't even come out, and it's like I said, there's not really a rush, because you want to get the right guys. As long as we have enough guys when it comes time for the season, which I know we will, it's just a matter of just being patient and you know, we're not going to let them down. You know, it's there's no need to panic. We haven't reached panic mode, so if we're not panicking, they definitely shouldn't be.
We're gonna use that in the PR for this particular interview, because I think that's what people need to hear right now. But as far as you coming back,